25. Jackson will throw. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Baylor. The defense putting points on the board.
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick six early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
They want to land as big a blow as possible. You get a pick six, and now they'll try to make it 8-0 with the two-point try. Pocket breaking down. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Great job by the defense. They got penetration in the backfield. They were trying to throw for it to get the two-point conversion, but instead the defense comes up with a massive sack.
The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. They'd love to get something started here, down 6-0. Finds a little space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Wow, what an impressive-looking run. You think back to some of the greatest rushing offenses in the SEC in recent years. Remember that offense that had Darren McFadden and Felix Jones both in the backfield, sometimes taking wildcat snaps? Nobody could...
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Throwing, Lagway. Oh, they're after him. Desperately looking. Still running at the 40. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Swings it out to his running back. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
On the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
When you run the option, you run the risk of putting the ball on the deck, and especially once that thing starts to string out, the defense does a really good job playing assignment football. Man on a man, I got the quarterback taken care of, and you could tell. Had the running back taken care of, too. Nowhere to go with that pitch, and they forced the turnover.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Gets the back moving. Jackson gonna throw it. Moving out to the right. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And this is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick six here in the first quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick six rattled him a little bit. And if he's out here now seeing ghosts, he's got to get to the sidelines. He's got to shake the cobwebs off. You got to be able to turn the page and have a short memory, because this thing is going in the wrong direction for their signal caller.
The Bears offense makes its way onto the field. That fumble in thrust territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
He'll do it himself. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Yeah, and half of the QB calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays. He decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up and keep this defense off balance?
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bears! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Rush is on him. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. The run inside. It's Russell. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Keep it on the ground. Maybe a crease. He stopped just short of the 25 at the 24-yard line, but it will be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Quick completion to the right. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Jackson will throw. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Tries to get it on the ground. Turning it on. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Razorbacks have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
They'll run play action. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. 8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. He lets one fly deep. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Stopped just across midfield at the 49, but not before he forces the turnover and sets up this offense. Baylor sends out the offense to go to work. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Nowhere to go on that one bring up 2nd and 10.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Flagway. Makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
When you see them there taking the shot, I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying.
Makes a grab past the marker. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. Play fake Lagway. Pressure coming. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again. So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were in the last 4th down.
4th down, Lagway. Under fire. He'll throw it. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Jackson gonna throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field, and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42. The Razorbacks take their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the 1st half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Timeout taken by the offense is their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Going to try to get it himself. Breaks into the open. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack of just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
The Razorbacks have pushed it inside the 20. Jackson will throw. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the gun on third down. Under fire. He's knocked down, short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Fires into the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
And the Razorbacks will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. Flagway on the play action. It's complete to the left. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And that's a really good job by the quarterback, man. You run the play action, you want to take a shot. Nice job taking the check down. Running back does the rest and chews up some yardage.
Off the play fake on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Throwing right. Makes the grab. It's Livingston. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's Lagway to pass. Bringing the heat. Setting up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He'll try to take it back. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Russell. There he goes. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Razorbacks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Quickly complete. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll try to run for it. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it.
Ready. Stay.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly. But listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop, and get this ball back to my offense.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Burrows his way for a couple. He's out to the 8.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Trying to quiet this crowd, DJ Lagway. He'll pull it down and run. He'll be guided out of bounds at the 17, and a productive play there.
And how nice is it to just have a quarterback that you believe in, that you can trust, you can put it in his hands on 3rd down to make the right decision. You've got the lead, and you've got your guy. He sees it, nothing open, tucks it, gets a huge 3rd down conversion for this offense.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They go play action with Lagway. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And that's just a catch you got to make, right? It's third down. You've got an opportunity to make a play in the middle of the field. Butterfingers.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. Here's the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Might be calling a hot route. Jackson gonna throw it. He slings it deep to the left. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Fires to the wideout. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And he's out of bounds, but not before a good, sizable pickup, and that has been a rare sight in this one. And the Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Zings it complete to the right.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
The Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Defense comes up with a play. They get the pick and take it back to the 20.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step of...
Looking long. Snags it at the 30 and still running. He's loose down the middle. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bears!
Yeah, salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Jackson will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. To the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. The Razorbacks take their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Right on the money. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Razorbacks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Wants to throw on 1st down. He puts some heat on that one down the middle.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's
a shot toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Jackson gonna throw it. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. One more play to pad the stats. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Into the end zone. And the pass is incomplete. They were going for the fabulous parting gift, but instead will just go home with a loss. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, it just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better.
Welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. It's the USC Trojans and the Michigan Wolverines. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Guys?
All right, Holly. The Trojans ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Marsh. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Running inside. It's Marshall. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Underwood. using his legs to buy some time. With the catch, it's Buchanan. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. And they've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Dropping back, it's Underwood. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. And he will go down. Couldn't get rid of it in time, and the defense gets a sack on 4th down.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Throwing, Underwood. Here's a heat. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I wonder how much of that incompletion is due to the pass rush. That quarterback did not have a lot of time to throw that football. This offensive line is going to have to do a better job giving him time.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Upstairs he's got it. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
His size makes him a matchup nightmare. They recruited him specifically for plays like this, to run down the field, climb the ladder over a smaller DB, make a play for this offense.
There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like, some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Here's Underwood to throw. Here's the pressure. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, in the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
All right, well, if you're the quarterback, you know at this point, this is one of those days that I'm going to have to just strap it up. I'll probably be in an ice bath when the game is over because I'm getting hit a lot, and we're only in the first quarter. My accuracy and my timing is going to have to be at a premium.
Hit as he throws. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Deep shot for the end zone. Big guy smells it. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Running the red zone, it's Marshall. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Wolverines!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. The run inside. It's Jordan. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. He's going to take off. At the 40, there he goes. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Softened him up with a run, now to throw. Fires left. It's caught downfield. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Six-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Motion from the wide receiver. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Third down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Got enough space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. He'll bring it out. It's Marsh. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Throwing on the run. Upstairs to make the catch. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And I would argue that's one of the most difficult things to play as a defense, is those second plays when they start to get outside the pocket. He does a great job buying time. And what does he do when he rolls out? It gets his receiver a chance to get down the field more, and then he chucks it downfield for the big completion.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Looking left. He makes the catch. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To throw, it's Underwood. Here comes the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. And the Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Tries again to get it in. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Wolverines!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
They go 83 yards on the drive, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
Well, these 4-3 defensive ends that can get pressure on quarterbacks, they get paid a lot of money in the National Football League, and that's why. When you can get out of your stance and win it around the edge to get to the QB, not many guys do it as well as that.
And the Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. They boot it away. Not to field this one. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Underwood. He's going for the big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. So now it's 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. And they'll stop him short of the first down, and they've got a timeout if they want to try to get the ball back before halftime. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time for one final play of the half. 4th down, Underwood. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! Bringing it back. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude.
And that's a picture-perfect start for this defense. To start the second half.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Motion from the wideout. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Run in the red zone, it's Marshall. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two. And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this.
Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Why not double the try total and go for 2? Snap it to the back. He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scored the touchdown. Now he makes his way in for the 2-point conversion. Coming out with it, it's Barber. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. He might want another play. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the conversation for being best in the country, right? Because of the success they've had in the past and certainly in more recent years. There's a lot of pressure to play that position now at the Coliseum and at USC, but this guy right here, he has been making his mark on this offense.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. The Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up.
Great job by the defense that time getting the sack, but no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now because the offense is going tempo.
Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games. That loses games, and that is a bad...
A shot toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a...
Caught, and he's got room. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
The Wolverines peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Got a little space. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Throwing, Underwood. Fires to the wideout. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7.